All right, all right, all right. Here we are. Here we are. It is another Tip Tuesday live. Cannot believe you're here again. I just love bringing the value to you, either here on our Facebook group page, Online Business Builders, over on our Facebook business page, or on our YouTube channel. That would be Ask David and Dana. So wherever you are tuning in, so glad that you're here, whether you're live or on the replay, just let me know in the comments, where you're tuning in from. We're gonna get right to it today. That's my style. I don't like to hem-haw around. So when I say it's time to start, it's time to start. And we are going to be talking today about mindset, because that is that important. When David and I got started in business, we heard that mindset was super important. And I got to tell you, I thought, hey, I've got it. I'm covered. What, a pastor, a pastor's wife, a worship leader, we're connected to our higher power. It's, what do we need to work on? Well, there are things that are buried deep inside each one of us that we really have no control over. We're not born with a mindset. We're not born with negative feelings. We're not born with limiting beliefs, any of that. But over time, by conditioning of, maybe our families of origin, maybe our parents, maybe, our siblings, our teachers, our friends at school, we've learned, we've observed the world, and we believe it to be a certain way. And so those sort of beliefs can sometimes shape what we say, do, think, and all of those things. And maybe, down the road, you start a business and you start to, doubt yourself or question this or question that. And it's all because of mindset. And I'll be sharing a little bit about an article we just published on our blog. It's going to actually be 5 habits that you can incorporate into your day to help you with your mindset, to get unstuck and to smash those blocks away. And so I'll put a link in the comments so you can jump over there and check that out. But today I'm going to focus a little bit deeper on a limiting belief that we see over and over again. And especially when you're trying to do business God's way, a lot of kingdom builders, Christians, we have this block, and that's the money block, where we may have some sort of a fear, or I think it would be a fear of asking for the money. And we're not alone in that. A lot of marketers have that same issue. And what does it come down to? It comes down to those limiting beliefs that we have let, descend on us over the years and not even really know that it's happening. So what are some common money blocks that people have? Well, I can think of 5 just to get started with. I jotted down just 5, and I'll share those with you. And if you have a money block that comes to mind when you start hearing some of these, go ahead and share those in the comments, because I'm sure other people will read that and they'll resonate with that as well. But one of those blocks, one of those beliefs about money that we see time and time again, is people saying that earning money is hard, or making money is hard. If that's something, that you resonate with, let me know, or know that you're not alone. Number 2, well, I'm always broke. I'm always broke. Now, I've heard that even outside of the business world, but a lot of times folks with that mindset are believing that they're always broke, are going to always be broke. And it's just sad. But we know that, sometimes our expectations will create our reality. So how about number 3? Money is evil. How many times have you heard about that? Money is evil. Or 4, I'm just bad with money. I'm just bad with money. Maybe you're not a good money manager, and so you're telling yourself, I'm just bad with money. And number 5 that I wrote down that I've heard and see a lot out there is I'm afraid of money. Maybe I'm afraid if I have money, what is that going to do to me? I'm afraid of success. And so we have these blocks that keep us from the abundance that God has in mind for us. Philippians 4:19 says, "And this same God who takes care of me will supply all your needs." So it's a beautiful thing. God's not going to just leave us out there to float on our own. He is with us and he will provide for our needs. Okay, so think about those money blocks that I've just shared, and maybe you've thought of a few of your own. How do we deal with that? How can we eliminate those? Well, like I said, the article that we just published will give you some great tips for identifying what mindset you're in the first place, whether you're fixed and stuck or whether you've got a growth mindset and you want and challenges excite you. But when it comes to get rid of a limiting belief, there's 3 things you can do. The first thing is become aware of it. Just the fact that we made that list of 5 money blocks, you have become aware of something that is potentially holding you back. So take one, for example, and think about where was it that comes from. Did you hear something? Did you read something? Is it something your mom always told you? What is it exactly? And where did it come from? But you actually make it real. Sit and actually look at it and say, okay, this is a belief that I have. Where did it come from? Analyze it. Okay? Just by doing that, you've already called out that there is a problem and there's something that you need and want to fix. So then the next step, once you've identified it and you've called it out, become aware of it, the next piece is to reframe it. That's number 2, reframe it. I want you to look at it objectively. Take emotion out of it and look at it objectively. And already the fact that you've become aware of it and you've taken the emotion away, you've taken the power away, and then you want to reframe it a bit. So let's do an example. Let's take one of those money blocks. Money block number 4, the option that I shared was, well, I'm bad with money. Well, that's a statement that assumes that you're always bad with money and handling your money. But I want you to think of the way to reframe this. Think of some positive examples of when you did make a smart decision about money. Think about that, because it's not always. It's never always. And start reframing it and start focusing on the positive. You can do the same thing with number 3, where I gave the example that money is evil. Money is not evil, but some people believe that, and maybe that is something that you believe. But think of all the good things that can be done with money. That is a great example for how you can reframe that belief. When you think about it being evil, think about all the good that can be done and all the good that you see being done with money. And so that's what I mean about reframing. So you've become aware of it, you've reframed it, you've put a positive spin on it after taking the emotion out of it, right? And then number 3 is to be grateful. Now, grateful for what, Dana, you're thinking? Well, there are so many blessings in your life that you can be grateful for. And that's what you need to focus on. When you start going down this bunny trail of a limiting belief, letting it rule you, whether it's about money or any other thing, like you don't deserve something, I'm not good enough, whatever the limiting belief is that you have that's holding you back from your greatness, it has less power When you start to look and be looking for the things that you are grateful for, what in your life are you grateful for, and focus on those things. If you can't be grateful and angry or mad or disillusioned or anything like that at the same time. So the more you practice gratefulness and gratitude, the better all of your beliefs will fall into place. So I hope that you found this helpful. I know it sounds easy when I say it, and it's not. It's not easy, but there's only 3 steps. And the first one is awareness. Realize something is bothering you. Call it out. Put it in your hand. Look at it. Examine it. Review it. And then reframe it. How can you take the emotion out of it and respin it? And then, of course, be grateful for all of the other blessings. And I would say jump over to our article. That one is on mindset and on the fixed mindset or the growth mindset, how you want to show up for your business. We got 5 habits out there. I'll tell you one. It's one of my favorites. I mean, I like them all, but to challenge the brain. To challenge the brain is one of the habits. And what do I mean by that? That's when you read something, maybe when you listen to a podcast, when you learn something new, when you're on this mission to be the best version of you. What does that mean? Those areas in your life that you want to get better at. Those things that if you knew this, you would do so much better. When you start to invest in yourself and in your knowledge, and you challenge that brain a little bit, that will really, really help you in opening your mind to some of the beautiful things you may have missed. We're always in our business looking for ways that we can be better, that we can serve better, that we can, bring excellence to things. And then there's other places in our business where we're like, okay, well, that works. I'm going to leave it there, right? But what are those things? What is it that you want to get better at? Find somebody that's good at it and consume their content. And now there's 4 other habits too. And I want you to check out that article so you can see what those are and start to incorporate those activities in your day. And I can promise that you're going to see a transformation, not only in your business, but in you. And it all starts with you. You are amazing. You are a creation. God created you and you are a masterpiece. And I want you to remember that, because sometimes we get busy and sometimes we have pressure and stress and life feels like it's crashing in on us. But guys, you are not alone. And when you are doing business God's way, you know that He is right there. He is the best business partner you could ever have. So start implementing some of these things into your life. Becoming a better you will only make you a better and more successful business owner. And until next time, this is Dana Hagstrom coming to you live from our house here in Mexico. And if there is ever a time that you need support, maybe you need some resources to help you, maybe you're wanting to challenge that brain, but you don't know where to start, just reach out. I've got a wealth of resources, lots of friends in the business that have great things that will answer any question that you might be having in your business. So you can personal message me, drop it here in the comments, but let me know, what is your biggest limiting belief right now? What do you think is holding you back? And let's crush it. You ready? Let's crush it. All right. Have a good week. Be safe, be well, and be blessed.